All right, y'all. I did not intend to release 2 videos today, but Games Workshop woke up this morning and chose violence, so here we are. So, Games Workshop released a new teaser trailer today. They've been teasing it. They've been teasing their teaser. Yes, that is the thing on the internet now. For a while now, and it turns out that these ominous shots of a spaceship are actually part of what is looking to be a new Kill Team set. I say this because, unlike a substantial portion of the internet, I do not think that today's teaser was an April Fool's joke. But Games Workshop, being the cagey bastards that they are, released it on April 1st almost as a way of tempting us to assume that it's not real. And that's one of the reasons that I think it is. And just as an aside, I want to say that personally, I am not a fan of companies doing April 1st stuff. I do think that Games Workshop has a good track record of making very clear, very silly April Fool's videos, but I am generally against the practice. The other being that there was an extremely accurate post of rumors that was put up months ago. I think maybe September or something like that. And it has been true to the letter, including Eldar Corsairs, something that I don't think anybody could have guessed without inside knowledge. It also included a reference to squats. And I'm quite certain that what we're going to be getting is a Kill Team box that will be squats versus Tyranids. Why do I say this? Well, first of all, there's obviously a Tyranid limb floating in the ship that has been severed from the body of a Tyranid warrior or a Gaunt. I can't quite tell. And that is, a pretty big sign, because Games Workshop doesn't include little stuff like that without it being an Easter egg for us to unpack. And then the fact that, the squats show up at the end and, they say we're back and all that stuff, and they show the new squat logo. It seems really apparent that this is, a tease for what will be a Kill Team box. What I'm expecting is some kind of, arena, Zone Mortalis, ship combat kind of thing. And that would make sense because the squats are veterans of a long war with the Tyranids that they pretty much lost. And so having a squats versus Tyranid grudge match is exactly the kind of narrative hook that GW is going to be pulling out, I'm pretty sure. Add in the fact that we've seen models for an Amble, a Zote, and everything else in between. I mean, there's like the Necromunda shop had weapons for Xenospecies that have never had models in them, but do have rules in Necromunda. I mean, I think that the odds of this being a fake are so small that I don't even consider it to be a realistic possibility. I know that, other people will disagree, but I cannot countenance this being a joke. And in the end, I think that it's time for us to get ready for the return of frickin' squats. And in that vein, I actually have a squat kill team of sorts. They're for Necromunda, but it's 9 models that I have been working on. I'm going to show them off in a clip, of them on the turntable or whatever, because I don't think that I can do them justice with this camera the way it's set up and the lighting the way it is. But I am totally stoked for this. I am instantly sold on a squat box. And it's funny because I have absolutely no motivation to buy the next Kill Team box after how much they've increased the prices. But by tagging that nostalgia factor, they have pretty much guaranteed a sale to me. So assuming, of course, that I'm right, and I usually do assume that I'm right, I believe that we are going to be getting a squat kill team and a Tyranid kill team in the next month or two, because guess what? Kill Team is on a quarterly release cycle, and it's already the start of the next cycle. April 1st is the first day of the next quarter. So I am getting stoked. I'm getting excited. I don't think that what we're going to see right now will be a full squat army, as much as that would be, a fun thing. And I think that it's a safe bet that we could expect further expansions on this product line down the road. But in the meanwhile, those of us who, are from the older days of playing the game in previous editions, we really appreciate this new turn from Games Workshop towards some of the best old factions that were just languishing. First, Eldar Corsairs, and I'm going to be building my Corsairs, probably put a video up about them in a week or so, maybe a little more, because I am still working on this giant terrain building project. I'm super stoked. Squats have been something I've wanted for a long time. People are going to have a lot of discussion and debate about whether squats are needed or necessary or add anything to the game. And I find it interesting because it's kind of like a question of two different things where people are like, well, I don't know if this needs to have rules. You already have so many different factions. We don't need another faction. Assuming, of course, that they eventually become a full army. But I don't really like that point of view because I think that it misses the flavor aspect of the game, which is that Warhammer 40k is not just a series of mechanics that have a veneer of story painted on top of them. The story is what's supposed to drive the mechanics. And so whether or not they are unique or whether they are samey towards another faction, it doesn't really matter because they are part of the background and they should be included in the game. The same with everything else, Sloth and, Enslavers, all of that, sort of extra layers of background stuff, I think are really ripe for future releases. And I would love to see them go hog on new releases for all kinds of different old fluff and stories that don't have model or rule support currently. So A+ GW for the clever double bluff move here, but I see you. I know what you're doing, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to take your faux joke as a joke. I know what's coming. Give me the squats. And as always, shout out to my patrons. You guys make this possible. Thank you for your support. You too can support the show by going to Patreon and searching for Dome Runners or following the link in the video notes. And don't forget to check out the podcast, The Dome Runners. Over 50 episodes of Necromunda content.